Okay, we're all in. You've sent that message, yeah? Okay. All right. We'll wait for the guy making coffee. Don't rush. Don't relax. Take it easy. Okay. As I said, we've spoken about the LTE devices. You've got your connectivity to your site now that you've configured all of those things. We're going to start talking about what we're going to connect to the end of it. Okay. We're going to start off with this product, the iServe DEC solution. This is a new one that we've now brought out. It's a single cell solution with 3 handsets. These handsets here.
It's not notes, huh?
No, it's not in the notes, sorry. As I said, it's a new product, so we haven't actually catered anything on it as yet. Okay, has anyone configured any of the iServe DEC stuff? You'll have. Is it working?
What the iServe?
Yeah. I've been told something different, but anyway. We'll come back to that. Okay. This is a single cell solution. For the guys that have configured them before, we get the normal iServe bases. You'll remember it. It's a little rectangular device, little light on it that either flicks red, green, depending on the status of the device. Yeah, it has to be green for it to be working. This is a single cell solution. So the box comes with 1 base station, 3 handsets in them. You can pass this around to have a look at it.
Is that the same handset that we're using on?
Yes, the 8430s. Yeah, this is the 8430s.
The current handsets that we got, the ruggedized handsets, the 8630 and the 8430s, I think.
Yeah, 8430s.
They're all compatible with this base station. However, we sell the solution with these handsets.
Okay. It's, as I said, it's a bundle. 3 handsets with a single cell base station. Okay, now, as I said, for the guys that have configured this, the full DEC solution, the configuration very similar, simple and easy. We'll run through one now. If it's going to come with your cloud-based solution, it will be pre-configured.
Dylan is our iServe specialist on the configuration at the moment. So Dylan, thank you for that.
Okay, so Dylan will pre-configure them. And as I said earlier, you're welcome to drive here. He takes a beating quite well. Okay, for the demonstration of setting this up today, we are going to connect it to an on-site PABX. No, for today's purposes, we're going to connect it to our 7070 that's on the board there. We're going to show you how quick, easy, and simple this thing works. The single cell takes 2 repeaters on it. Remember, you cannot exceed, not 2. Is it 3 repeaters? Sorry, takes 3 repeaters on it. Okay, you cannot exceed that. You cannot put another base station on. It will take up to 20 handsets as well.
Can't add another base station.
Can't add another base station.
What you just said. You should
Okay.
have to add another.
No. I got proof. We can rewind. Okay, but anyway, so you can connect extenders onto it and 20 handsets. We can add up to 20 handsets. Yes, it comes with 3 in the box. We can expand.
And then the seats are the same as the normal iServe.
The extenders. Yes. Yeah. 3. 3. Yeah, sorry, 3 repeaters.
The repeaters just need power.
Just need power. Okay? Right.
Doesn't work on PoE.
No, I'm getting to that now. Okay, the base station does not work on PoE. So you have to plug power into it, LAN cable into your switch, and we're up and running. That's as easy as the installation gets. All right? Yes?
And the repeater.
No, repeater can't repeat
So the repeater has to connect back to the base.
to base station, yes. Okay. Oh, yes. 5 concurrent calls. Okay? Yes, we can go 20 handsets, but 5 concurrent calls only.
So 5 concurrent calls even in between the handsets.
Yes, because remember it has to go through the base.
Okay.
Okay. Also, if you guys have done the standard iServe decks, you'll know that if we go for G729, you have to add a module onto them. This one's got it built in. G729 is built in on it. Okay? Limits your cost as well on that. I'm going to plug this in now, and for the guys that have configured it, you're going to see it's exactly the same. 1 or 2 minor changes in the programming.
6 simultaneous calls.
5. Single sensor. Oh, okay. Sorry. 6.
No, but narrowband is 5.
But once you go on the repeater,
Yeah, it's only 5.
on the 5. So your repeater is 3.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in and show you all. Okay, installation, as I said, straightforward. You're going to plug into power. You get one power lead that comes with it. So you're going to plug it into power. On the back, one RJ45 input there. Plug that in. I've luckily got a little hole here to just hang that up for now. This is not how you'll do it on site. I'm just improvising here, please. Okay. No, blocking the fan on a 7070 is a bad idea, guys.
So while you guys are, very good question.
I'm just going to leave it like
You
that.
guys need to see the light. If it's solid green, it's got a IP address.
Yes. Okay. Green light is on. We're in the right direction already. It means it's got a IP address from the DHCP server. On default, it's set on DHCP. We're going to log into it now. We'll show you if you need to change it to static, how to do that, and those type of things. Right. We've plugged it in. We've got our green light. We need to know what the IP is on that. Anyone have any ideas on it?
192.168.1.1.
No?
Yeah, remember, sorry, Darren's question is, Darren said the device is running on DHCP. So what is that DHCP range that we've got?
192.168.1. 10 to
10 to
50.
50.
Okay, so it's got an address somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay, are we agreed on that?
Go to the lease on the router.
Go to the links on the router.
Lease. See what lease.
Yeah, we can go to the lease on the router and things like that. But I'm saying we're connecting this equipment. We're only working with this equipment now. So how do we get the IP address? Any ideas? How do you get it? Exactly. Menu star 47 star.
Is that on the handset?
Yes. And then it comes up with searching.
So the 47 represents, sorry guys. So
Menu.
star IP star. Because 47 is
Yeah.
IP. So it's menu star IP star.
Okay, and when you'll punch in the star 47 star, there is no acknowledgement on the handset. Just press it, and when you hit your last star, it will come up with searching on the screen. So do not get concerned when you are pushing buttons and nothing is happening. We had a tech that we freaked out with because of that. He kept on telling us, nothing is happening. He said, no, just keep quiet, press the buttons we're telling you to press, please. Right. Okay, it's come up there. It shows me the MAC address and the IP address. In this case, 192.168.1.17.
So it's not the IP of the handset, the IP of the base.
It's the IP of the base. Yes.
Only the base will have an IP address, the handsets don't.
And the Mac will be the Mac of the base, I mean the phone.
No, the MAC of the base.
Base level.
Tells me the MAC of the base.
That's the IP.
Okay.
That's the deck.
Okay, so as you can see, we have gone to the web page, which is 192.168.1.17. And that's what it comes up with, the main page. The home page, status page. Okay. So, what do we want to do first? Do we want to change the IP to a static? Yes or no? Why?
No,
Hmm?
Because it's it doesn't work.
Okay. We prefer to put it on a static. Yes, we do. So, what do we do to get there? We go to network, firstly. Okay. As you can see, easy enough. DHCP static. We want it on static. It then says, what IP address do you want? What do you think we should put there?
Below our range.
Sorry?
Anything below DHCP range.
Below or above, not in our DHCP range.
No. 51.
Okay. Is our default gateway correct?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Okay. Anything else you guys think we need to change there? Yes. Someone said yes? No.
CP highlighted option there. Need it?
Do we need the DNS?
I don't even know how to phone.
Do we need it?
No. No.
Why did you all say no?
It's going to the
Because
PABX.
the PABX has a static IP address. You're sending it to a URL.
We're not breaking out anywhere or anything. It's all local communications now.
So even if it's hosted or local, we don't do a DNS.
Okay. That's all we need there. So we're going to save and reboot.
It rebooted.
Did it reboot already?
It rebooted.
Okay. Sorry? Yes.
Firmware.
Yes.
Do we need to check firmware?
We're going to run through it.
We'll run through the
You
firmware.
are
Yeah.
aware on how to do it.
Okay. Okay, so it is restarting. Okay. It's restarting, but remember now, it comes up with that page there. It says home. So if we push home, are we going to get to our device? Huh?
You need to change your IP.
Yes, we changed our IP to 51. That's still trying to reconnect to 17 now. So it's not going to reconnect. So let's go to 51. Okay, username and password, guys. Default, admin, admin. No, it's not Samsung APN. Okay, so now we've got it set on our network. What do we need to do now? There's two more important things we need to do. Any ideas? We need to go add extensions.
What you first need to do is check the firmware that it's on the latest that you've got before you do that, because otherwise you have to reboot and do it.
Okay. The firmware is on the latest.
In this case, we do the firmware last.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
need to connect to your server.
Sorry?
Give priority to G729.
The priority for the codecs comes in when we set up the server.
Yeah, your server. I was going to say set up your server to connect to your PABX.
I would say set up the server first would be the best thing to do. So, do we know where the server is in this case? The PABX. And the IP address on the PABX is 192.168.1.10. Okay, so our registrar address will be our PABX. That server alias, you can call it whatever you want. It's a name. Okay. Outbound proxy. Any ideas, guys? Oh, sorry. The net. We disable the net. Okay. Right. Sorry. Outbound proxy. Any ideas?
System, I think. It'll be your gateway.
No. Outbound proxy.
You can put it in, but you can put the PABX IP.
Easiest is the PABX IP.
I just want to jump in here. Okay, so the ISO solution we sell mainly on the hosted solution. Okay, not when there's a PABX involved. But today's setup, we're doing it on a PABX. But with the hosted solution, the registrar address will be the client's name. So we have pre-configured a bunch of domain names on the hosted PABX. So for example, abcshoes.sem.com. whoever worked on the SCM before, you'll know what I'm talking about with the domain name. The outbound proxy in the hosted solution will be the PBX's public IP address. Argument's sake, 192.197.234.233 and the PBX IP address. We've got multiple PBXs out in the cloud that we use for setups. We've got about 7 that we use. So it can be any one of those 7 IPs, which we'll give to you if you need to reconfigure one yourself. So hosted solution registrar will be a domain name that we'll give to you, and the IP address we'll give to you. On an on-site solution, it will just be the IP address of the PBX and the registrar.
Okay, sorry. Outbound proxy. We said PBX IP, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's put the PBX IP in, Quentin.
Sorry?
Outbound proxy, PBX IP. Okay. Do we need to change any of these items here, guys? Anything else on that page?
Codec priority.
Codec priority.
Move G729 to the top,
Why?
because that's what it uses.
No, but it's got all those codecs available.
It starts at the top.
But why do we go to G729?
Why do we want 729 on top?
Because that's what everything else is using.
No, but what's it?
Why must it be
So
on the
everybody
base?
jumps off the bridge, you gotta jump as well.
And it's got a G729 board in it.
It has got a G729 board in it, but why do we have to use it? Yes, it's there.
So you can pick up that board first, dollar.
But what's the purpose? Okay, what's the difference between 729 and 711?
Bandwidth.
Yes,
Right.
bandwidth.
So you want to use the smaller bandwidth or what?
Yes.
Okay.
Smaller bandwidth first, and then we work on
So-
from there.
Are we leaving the other codecs in, or are we only going to run on 729?
I would take them out. If they're not in our system, it's pointless leaving them there because it's going to try use it.
When you
connect
connect
to
the
the PBX,
PBX,
you
you leave them in.
Sorry?
When you connect to the PBX, you can leave them in.
No, you can leave them in.
On your local network.
We suggest leaving.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to leave them in. Okay? Including 726?
Yeah, you can leave it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that.
I generally remove 726. But we can, okay, we can remove it.
But the others, the reason why we keep the others is, for example, our entire network, we prefer 729. However, you get other ISPs, argument's sake, ABC, I don't want to mention names,
They prefer
ABC.
711.
then they sending their call to us on 711. Now, if one device phones the other device, it's called user agent. So user agent 1 talks to user agent 2, then they want to communicate on those on a different codec. So we rather keep them in, so that it will negotiate on the codec that's available.
Language.
Yeah,
ULAW and ALAW.
yeah, YOLO and ALO. Okay. Are you guys happy with everything else on that page? Yes.
But you can bring down that registration time as well. Slightly.
5 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
So every 5
You all
minutes-
do understand what the registration time is, eh? So this device, oh, sorry, that device is going to go back to the PABX every 5 minutes and say, I'm here, I haven't gone anywhere, don't worry. Yeah, are you still there? Okay. Right, so we're going to save that now. Okay. So now we are connected to the PABX. Is there anything else we need to do? Anything else we need to do? We need to set up the extensions.
That, yeah.
Okay? So what numbers are we going to use for the extensions? And what details?
Extension 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 should work. 1, 2, and 3.
Now you need to go to
No,
What are we doing to the
what's the
PBX?
On the
phone?
PBX,
We're gonna
create-
create SIP extensions.
Yes, I think that would be a better idea. Let's go create some extensions on our PABX.
But it's not needed, it's a cordless phone.
Seriously, we're going to go there now. Good.
Well, the office is so small that they have to come to the ground.
Okay, so we've gone through this, how to log on to the PABX, everything yesterday. You guys should have a good idea on how to do that. We did not cover SIP extensions yesterday or SIP trunks because I said we would cover it today with the equipment we were doing. So, anyone know where we create a SIP extension on the PABX? 840.
842.
842. 840 is our IP extensions. 842 is our SIP extensions. So we're going to go to 842 first. Usually we would go check our licensing at this point to make sure we've got SIP extensions available.
Or go to the virtual cabinet if it's a small system.
Yeah, and check the virtual cabinet. But we did check our licensing yesterday when we were busy on the system, so we know we've got SIP extensions available to us. Okay, that is where you find your SIP extensions. It's a third-party phone. We've got 48 of them available to us on the system. Okay. Right, then 857. Virtual cabinet information. Does everybody understand virtual cabinet information? This is where you tell the system your virtual extensions, your virtual, as you can see, you got ITP, which is your IP extensions. You've got a hell of a lot of them. Virtual SLIs, there's a few. Virtual DLIs, there's a few. But the one we worried about is this one, SIPstation. That generally is not on your virtual cabinet. I changed one yesterday when we were looking at something. I can't remember what it was. Therefore, it is there. But usually, that shows up as a wired ITP in that block. I changed that yesterday. So take into account, you will have to change that when you are setting up these things. Sorry? Blocks of 4. Okay? But to confirm, we go to 842. And as you can see, we converted one block. It's given us 4 extensions. I only want 3. Can we send one back, Quentin?
If you choose 2 blocks, you can have 8.
If you choose 2 blocks, you'll have 8.
Is there
Okay.
a preference on what you change?
Sorry?
Is there a preference on what to change? It affects your user ID.
Well, if you go back here, you can see there's a lot of stuff, and only what's open in white blocks you can actually change. So you can't take that block to here. You can only put it in there. Okay? So you're going to have to look at what you've got configured on the system and change accordingly. Okay? Yeah, remember, if you've got IP extensions and things like that, rather start from the bottom because you configure your IPs from the top. Yeah.
Off topic, what do you use in virtual DLIs?
And SLI.
Now, SLI, I know what you use. What do you use in virtual DLI for?
Same thing I use the SLIs for. Forwarding ports and things like that. But other than that, I haven't used it for anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we've got that. We go to 842 again because we need to configure usernames and passwords and things like that. Okay. Guys, do not convert any more than what you need, especially on these third-party SIP devices. You'll all have heard about hackings and things like that. This is the easiest way to hack into the system. It's for somebody from the outside to create a SIP extension on your PABX. And I generally move away from the default usernames and passwords because it's default. Everyone knows it. Okay. So I change the passwords. I change the usernames. Extension numbers you can change as required. Okay. In this case, we'll just use, I don't like doing this, but just for this purposes, we'll use the extension number as the usernames. Okay. So the first username will be 2116. Password. As I said, stay away from the defaults. Everyone knows 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have to change it.
Okay, let's get difficult. 0, 0, 0, 0. We're using that only for these purposes. Do not use these passwords, please. Okay, so what did we use? 4 zeros. Okay.
Sorry, keep in mind, when we do
Sorry?
the setup on the hosted solution, it's on a private APN. So there's no access from the outside in. However, if you connect this equipment to the client's network, someone will come in from the client side, access our equipment, and try and make a call out. That's why we want our equipment away from the client's equipment.
Okay.
That's why the install that you've done, password's 4 zeros net, because you've got a private network. No one can access it from the outside.
Okay. We're going to configure all 4. Okay, sorry. Very important. If we move across to the right, use IP whitelist.
Disabled.
Do we disable it?
No.
You're really looking for your client to get hacked, aren't you?
It's going to be on the local network.
It's going to be on the local network. I'll still enable it. Okay. We'll show you how to do a little bit of a shortcut in the whitelisting table so that you don't have to punch every address in manually. Okay, so we'll leave that enabled. Okay. If you disable this, there is no whitelist checking. It'll accept a connection from any IP. We'll leave it enabled and we'll show you in 875 how to enable the IP addresses that's connecting to the system. Okay, so did we configure 2117 and 2118? Okay. Oh, 2117 only you connected. Okay. Okay, we save that. Right. Let's go to 875. This is our whitelist, the item we were talking about on the end. Okay, phone. Okay, so phone IP whitelist. We know what range we're going to be coming from, right? To do just that cell there, we would whitelist 192.168.1.51 because that's the IP address there. Okay? But if you want to whitelist your whole entire range, your internal range, you can put 255 in there and it'll whitelist your entire local range on a /24 network. Okay? Do you all understand that? So if you're doing IP phones and you're going to have various, you can put 255 and as long as it's on your local LAN, it will connect. If you do not whitelist, it will actually come up on the phone with an IPP registration error. Okay, so we have now configured our extensions on the system. We have whitelisted it. There should be no issue why this phone shouldn't work. Am I correct?
No. You still got to assign that to the base station.
It's assigned.
No, you've got to tell it that's part of it.
We have to set up the extensions on our iServe system at this point.
So it's 724, make sure your extension is in there.
In 724.
Yeah.
Now, if our extensions wasn't in 724, can we go back to the subphone information? There wouldn't be numbers here.
You can go there if you want to change the extension.
Yes. Okay, so if those were blank, you would have had to go to 724 to put them in, or if you wanted to change the extension numbers, same story, you go to 724 and do
The
it.
virtual cabinet or the virtual card change, it auto adds it, doesn't it?
No,
No, then you have to go into
No.
724 and edit
it doesn't.
your extension numbers.
Generally not, because when your system is initially switched on, it allocates to everything. So unless you've changed something in between,
There will be numbers, but not necessarily
The numbers that you want, yes. Okay.
You gotta refresh the page when you get to virtual, 724.
If you didn't have it open, you wouldn't have to. If you had it open and you made a change, then you have to refresh. Okay. Right, so we're going to have to go back to our web interface on the iServe now. Okay. If you stay out too long, that's what happens. Okay, we know our password is admin. We're in there now. What do? We're going to extensions. Correct. Okay. We got no extensions at all, as you can see. So the obvious thing would be to add an extension. Anyone want to help us out with this?
211, what's the first one? 6.
Okay. That's what you said?
Just 211.
Okay. Authentication. Oh, sorry, you were configuring.
2116 for authentication username. What password did you give it? 0000.
Alan, sorry, at this point, if you
Display
want
name,
724,
iServe
you
2116.
change the extension number. Then you've got to use the new extension number for authentication.
No, remember, we used the extension number as our authentication code. You don't necessarily have to do that.
You don't put anything in there.
Okay.
Blank.
That's all you did.
You don't put a pin in there.
Is that all we have to do?
That's all I'm going to do.
Okay. Remember, you can configure more than one server on this thing. But we've only configured one in this case. So it automatically comes in there. All right. Save that. Are we going to configure the other two as well? Anyone want to help us with one of the other ones?
You can actually name the handset. Apart from name the
Okay.
handset,
Sorry?
your display name,
Mm-hmm.
you can set it up here, it'll show on your handset.
Yes, you can set up the display name. Okay, he's using the extension number as the display name, but remember you can put the user's name in there, whatever you want. Okay? That will come up on the screen. Once we register, you will see it.
So the extension has been changed to 105.
Mm-hmm.
We don't use 105 on the base at all.
You can put 105 under the extension number, but your authentication,
Yeah, that's your user ID.
yeah, your user ID.
Yeah, but do we have to put an extension number? Is there any authentic? I found a little discrepancy.
No, it will work. It will work.
Even if we leave the extension blank.
Okay, so there's all our 3 extensions configured now. So now we should be working. Why not?
You have to register.
We have to register the handset. So you can register one by one if you want, or you can tick all 3 and say start registration. Okay,
But you need to go into your handset and go.
right. So now the base is saying, I'm ready to register. From your handset, menu button, you've got that little colorful circle there. That's your connectivity.
On the single cell, they're a bit different, but that's how you would do it on a normal base. If on the single cell, we need to go into the
Oh,
handset
sorry. Yeah.
picture.
Okay, that's your extensions. That's how we do it on the normal base station. The actual first time I connected this, I also had a problem with it. We have to go into handsets, add a handset. Okay,
We don't do the entire ad.
On the other one, you got registration and SIP is separate.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah, it's
At the bottom is different one.
yeah. So now you have to go into the extension tab, and you have to actually create handsets.
So when you add a handset, as you saw, just add a handset, save. Don't do any configuration.
Mm.
IPEI numbers are all X.
Fs, because no handset is connected as yet. Okay, so now we can click all 3 and say register handset.
The first part is register.
Okay, so as I said, menu, Go to the little colorful circle there. It says connectivity. You press OK, and you press OK on register. Access code to register these to the base station is 4 zeros. Now take into account. Yeah, okay. Now take into account, it's not the same 4 zeros we set up with the SIP extension. It's totally different. Okay. So 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we go OK. It says registering on the phone.
Just do it again.
Okay, we can, what number are you,
No, it didn't register.
what number are you choosing?
Ah, it doesn't. It allocates from there.
No, it won't register just yet, but the handset should say registration 0.
Yeah, that one says registration 0.
Yeah, okay. I think I just pushed mine's incorrectly. It says registering now. Okay, so 2 of them have come up. Okay, that's the 3rd one up. Okay, so all of them are now registered.
To the base.
Yeah, to the base. Okay? So now this is talking to that. We need it now to talk to the PABX. Okay. Okay, did you see what he did there now? He went into extensions, clicked it all again, and said start SIP registration. Now from the base station, it's now registering the extensions on to the PABX. Searching, okay. I got 2117, so I'm pity. What are you? Okay, so iServe is 2116. So if I dial 2116,
If you press the green button twice, it goes into speaker mode.
okay, ended call.
So this is how things happen.
401 unregistered. It's 217. Acknowledge SIP from 217. Did you dial 217? I'm on 2117.
Yeah, Johnny dialed.
I dialed 2117.
No, you dialed 217. You said, yeah.
Okay, I'm dialing 2116.
So Johnny dialed 217.
It's me.
But dial 2117.
One man.
As you can see, the screen I got open here is used for troubleshooting.
Does not exist anywhere. So let's check on our PABX why it does not exist. There is why it doesn't exist.
But it should still be.
It's a 4-digit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it should actually still have been there. Yeah, it's 4 digits.
Try it again.
Why do you have
Wait,
to
it's
put
got to
it in
say
there?
it first. Yeah.
Why do you have to put it in there?
No, you don't have to. I'm just
We're just troubleshooting at the moment.
troubleshooting.
Okay, so it's still not going through. Let me try to phone from there to a base station and see. No, I'm getting an opposite hang up.
Okay, the base station of the whitelisted.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's not the whitelisting. Mm-mm. No. No. Okay.
Yes.
No.
Just switch off Samsung and go back on.
Because it's even showing registered. Mm.
See if it's registered in the PABX.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I thought it PABX.
Yeah, let's go check at
Check the PABX for your registration.
720, sorry,
Eight.
842.
Status.
Yeah, it's registered.
Let's try again. You rebooted the engine now.
It was a bit too quick. It's rebooting. Okay, it's up again. No. Okay, sorry, we're just rebooting the base to have a look. Can't even phone.
You get the stock for the Freedom installs. Everything will be pre-configured as you mentioned, but also pre-tested. Okay, so what we do in our office, we set up the LTE routers, connect all the phones, and we are able to make a call via that link. So that when you get the stuff, we know plug and play and it must work. We don't talk about you, so. We just had a problem with them the other day, that's all. With the stock that you got, so.
Okay, it's still not registered. Good.
Is there Samsung?
We should find it.
Yeah,
Dylan.
user unknown.
Dylan. Maybe he knows.
Refresh. Refresh there. No, it's not even coming through now. Are you making an outside call?
Yeah, just reboot.
It's rebooted.
Change the email. That's why you never do a live test.
Always.
In a training session because it never works.
Yeah. Okay, I promise it's not this difficult, guys.
Make a call.
No. I'm waiting for the slip to come up. No, it still hasn't registered on the site. Go have a look at the
Is
registration.
the handset and the base on the same version?
Yeah.
Okay, this came up now. Bit. What's it saying? Huh?
But shouldn't you see the IDEI as well there? Go back to.
Interval too brief.
It's not the timer you changed from 1800 to 300.
No.
Does not exist anywhere. That's the problem we're getting there. Registering to the right address.
Yeah, I think, okay, we have the idea. I don't want us to hammer too long on this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, but I think it's probably something on the PABX because we played around with the PABX quite a lot yesterday. But generally, this should have registered 100% and we would have had no problem with it. Trust me, I set up one on Friday last week. It took me a couple minutes. It was up and running. And that was on an SCMC, which is much more complicated than on a normal Office server. Okay. But from a pricing perspective and things like that, these bundle packs are brilliant. And for the guys that have installed it, the range on these things are incredible and they work. I mean, I've got one site here that has got, 10 IP phones, and I think they've got about 25 iServes working there. It's a massive factory. They make appliances, fridges, stoves, chest freezers, that type of thing. And that's quite a harsh environment. And it works perfectly.
Does it also identify CLI?
CLI will pass through. So if your PABX is getting CLI, you'll get the CLI on you. Okay. Any questions on them?
Transformers is the stop.
No, it comes up on the screen. It becomes one of those two buttons there when you...
Oh, it's transformer.
Yeah. Okay. All your normal functionality is available on these, straight from your PABX. Okay. Any questions? Oh, okay. We're just going to go through the firmware quickly. And yeah, that'll be that on this one.
On the hosted solution, my group pickup, you set it up all the way. I've done the
No, if it's, so your question is group pickup and that on the hosted solution. On these are still an extension on the PABX, so it will be configured. Okay. It was never there before. The new firmware doesn't have a country. Yeah. Okay, so so I can't remember when Dallin asked who has done the ISOs before. Okay. So most of you guys. Oh, I thought you were going to drive the mouse.
Oh, sorry.
So we're going to download the firmware from our Meotech website where all the firmware and that is stored. If you...
Have you got it on you or was it on?
It's on here. Just open up Explorer. Yeah, right click. File Explorer. At the bottom, File Explorer. On the bottom left, C drive, Windows C. Okay, so in here we have a file called FWU path, capital F, capital P. We open that and we have the different models there. Those different models are the different handsets, the different base stations, and the repeater. So we know that the firmware itself is sitting under C drive, FWU path. So you can minimize that for us. On the base station, we go to firmware update. Sorry, just go back to home status. Yeah. No. On the base itself, home status. Next to it. Okay. Over here is the firmware version 3.55, what they call branch 25. We're going to update that. Okay, so if you go under extensions, so now the base is 3.55. We go to extensions, we go to handsets, and we'll see the firmware of the handsets 355.25, and the 8430, that is the model number of the handset, so then you know what model that extension is. Okay, so the handset and the base, the firmware always has to match. If it doesn't match, you're going to have problems. So now we can go to firmware update. Your firmware update server address will be the PC that you're going to be doing that's got the firmware on. So in our case, Dylan's going to check what our IP address is. Try 99. should be it, yeah. Okay. Do you guys know how to check the IP address on your PC? I'm hoping so. Okay. Open up CMD so you can press the Windows button and the R key together. Did you get that?
Yeah, sorry.
Otherwise, open up the Start menu and you punch in CMD. You type in ipconfig and it will tell you there what your IP address is. Okay. In our case, it's 1.99. Firmware path, we have capital F, WU, lowercase, capital P, and lowercase ATH. Capital P. Okay. Then update base stations. We have required firmware. We put 380. No, just 380. And we say branch, we leave as is, and we say start and save update. Okay. However, I'll let Alan run through this so that you guys can see. We need to set up the PC so that the base can go and fetch the firmware from the PC. Sorry, we need to set up the PC to allow it. So we can go to, I have another application on our PC called Pumpkin. We're not calling any of you guys pumpkins. The application is called Pumpkin. Once Pumpkin is open, we can go to Options. The address on top, we just pointed to C drive. And we click OK. And we say give all, take all files. There are 2 tick boxes there. And we click on OK there. If you have an antivirus on your PC, disable it. Will you? Yeah, I got left. Yeah, just pause. Bottom one. 4 hours is good, yeah. Okay. Just go back to Pumpkin first. Bottom right corner, survey is running. That has to be ticked when the firmware is being done. Once the firmware has been done, untick it, and we're also going to do changes on we're going to change this back to 0. Because every time this base tries to look for firmware, it's using resources on the base, and we don't want to use unnecessary resources. So now Pumpkin is running, we can upgrade the base. Now we can click on Start, Save, Update, and we click on OK on the window that pops up. As soon as we click OK and we open up Pumpkin, we'll see, hopefully, if everything is right, we'll see the information coming in there.
Do you not think Pumpkin need to put it pointed to the directory?
No. Because under firmware update, it's already looking at FWU path. And
You automatically put the C column.
Yeah. Just, sorry, Dylan, go to my firewall, my antivirus again. Choose allow all traffic. There we were, yeah, that one. Yeah. Okay, just there we go.
So it was a firewall.
Okay, so always check your firewall, your antivirus, and as you can see, that acknowledgement tab, the numbers are running quite fast. So the base station is downloading the firmware now from the PC. Okay, once the base station has been done, then we need to do the handsets. The handsets take a bit longer to do, but we'll get to that. So as soon as the base has got it, it will reboot. Then we go to the extension. So let's just wait for it to reboot. Have a look at the LED on the base station now. It's going crazy there. Colors will change, green, red, orange, and after a while it will come up solid again. Okay. So when the firmware is busy importing into the device, try and not do anything yet. You won't have access to it, but just leave it, let it carry on and do its thing. Do not unplug the power or the network or anything on that device while it's doing firmware. Okay, so leave it as is until it's done. It takes a few minutes. Always make sure, if you have your handset, wherever one, thank you. When you take your handset, you can dial menu *47* to find your IP, but once it finds the IP address of the base, you can select that particular device and it will tell you what is the firmware of the base as well as the firmware on the handset. Then you can scroll down and you can have a look. Also, when you do menu *IP*, so 47*, it will tell you, it will give you the dB readings between the handset and the base. Okay. So if a client says they're walking to this corner, speech quality starts deteriorating, then you know that's a dead spot there. Tell the client, don't walk there. Move the base a bit closer. Put the base in the middle of the office. So don't put the base inside the server room in the basement and you're using the phones 2 floors up. Okay. It needs to be in the premises of where the handsets are. The handsets get signal to the base via a DEC signal, and then from the base to the PABX it will be IP. Once it's up, we can click on Home Status.
It's changed the IP address. 192.168.0 to 24.
No, that's the base next door.
Still waiting.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have, for example, multiple bases, not in this case, but if you have multiple bases, it will pick up other bases in the vicinity. Okay. As you can see, it's still going crazy there. If you have repeaters, you can have a maximum of 3 repeaters on a single cell base like this. Then you register the repeater to the base. So you'll have base, repeater, repeater, repeater. It will just repeat the signal for you. When you do menu *IP*, another option is menu. If you guys want to write it down, menu *server*. So the feature is menu *7378423*. Did you guys get that number? Menu *7378423*. Okay. That opens up the service menu of the handset. So it's like a admin menu. There you have master reset to reset this handset. You have a site survey mode. So the site survey mode, you enable that when you have repeaters on the network, on the base. So every repeater will have a RPN number. So you can see the signal between this handset, the base, and the 3 repeaters there. Okay, then you know where your signal is coming from.
We need to put that on even if we don't want it to give us access.
No, the site survey mode will only be for installation purposes and troubleshooting.
Diagnostic,
Yeah,
not for application.
no. And then if you go under the same menu, you have status, and it will also give you the status menu of the handset as well. The firmware version, the battery, and so forth as well. Once the base has been upgraded, you go to Home Status and you see it's 380 branch 0009. Okay. Now we need to do the firmware on the handsets. Very important. We go to Firmware Update. Sorry, we just wait for the handsets to register first. Mine is saying searching. Dylan, can you just go to extensions for us? Just register them there again. Send another request on the extension. Yeah. So we're just sending another request to let the handsets register.
Your input is like twice.
It should re-register automatically. As soon as the base boots up, it will register. That's the preferred way of how it should work. But for some reason, I think it's something on the PABX that it's just not allowing it. Okay. But if you have a bundle installed in the field, if you switch off the handset and you reboot the base and you switch it back on, it will register again. It's nearly immediate that it registers. Okay. Just go to handset for us. Yeah, it's flashing orange because the handsets aren't registered. Oh, did you restart it again? Ah. Okay, just register the handsets again. If you can just register your handset there for us. Just click on the handsets again for us to refresh the tab. On the, yeah, there. Okay, and then if we, sorry, handsets. Okay. So just press menu on your handset for now. Go to connectivity, say deregister. Enter 4 zeros, it deletes the registration. Dylan, if you can just send another register handset request, and we just re-register them again. So we deleted the registration, just create a new registration, and let's see that it comes up again. Sorry? What's going on? What is that, yeah?
Between 3 to 5 minutes to register.
As in? You said with his install he done last week. Took about 3 to say 5 minutes to re-register again. Did you reboot the base as well?
No, I was about to do that now.
Force rebooted, yeah. Okay, we just want to do a force reboot. See what happens after this. Yeah, so the difference between a normal reboot and a forced reboot, sorry guys, is if you click on reboot and there's active calls on here, the base will wait for all active calls to be completed, then only it reboots. No, it will still allow new calls. Yeah. So it will wait for all calls to be, yeah. Force reboot, I don't care what you do, I'm rebooting. That's what forced reboot is.
But it does that also when you do your firmware.
Sorry?
It does that when you do your firmware as well.
Yeah. So when you do your firmware upgrade, it will do the software and that, and it will wait for all active calls, and then it will reboot.
It's black.
No, no.
out of experience, please tell the customer you're gonna reboot it. They won't be happy.
But they tell me
I think everyone here, between all of us here, Eugene is the one
your lawyer.
that's got like nearly the most. Between Eugene and Chris, the one with the most sites installed with the iServes. So,
Yeah, tell your customer, listen, we're gonna reboot the stuff. If you don't, then there'll be consequences.
Okay.
Harsh words or, I don't know.
the iServe solution is a very, very great solution for clients that's mobile inside the office. So give it to the department manager or so, because he has to walk around from desk to desk and that. And very good phones. You can also connect a earphone jack into here. I've tested it. For example, take your Samsung earphones. It's got that little button on it. So you can even answer a call with that button. So connect your earphones in here. When the phone rings, press the button, and your speech is there. No, this one doesn't come with a belt clip. The bigger ones, yes.
Can you eat stars with me? But also need the IPER handsets.
No, but the handset must still register. So if we go to extension, handsets, we must still get the details. Anyway, they are there. Sorry, Dallin. Thank you, Chris. Go to extensions again. Dallin?
Yeah.
Extensions. Go to 21116. Sorry, this is the difference between the single cell and the multi one. So click on the extension number itself, and now we have to tie it to an extension. I forgot about this part, sorry guys. Now we go and select what handset. So you can take out the batteries of the handset. There's a little sticker there that's got the IPEI number. Otherwise, go into the status of the menu and you can have a look. Otherwise, we just choose the like 1, 1, 2, 2.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to
Select it and then we say save. Thank you, Chris. Dylan, why didn't you tell me?
Okay, who was 2116?
So one of the answers should register shortly, whoever has that extension. Okay, now we can see this 21116 is tied to that number. So now we go to number 2, handset number 2 tied to extension number 2117. Do that with all 3, then only we can do firmware. Okay.
But won't it work now as well?
No, it's not registered yet. You see the state is blank. Talon, there is an external mouse. To make it easier. So when you get the iServes in a bundle, all what you're going to do is run, preferably put the base in the center of the office where it's going to be used. Run a network cable from the base to the switch, and you give the base station power. Okay. So don't mount it in the middle of the ceiling, because not everybody's got plugs like us in the middle of the ceiling. Okay. No, there's no PoE on the base, it's power only. It's got a 2-pin adapter for the power. Okay. There's only one slot for the RJ45 to go in, so don't plug a RJ11 in there. It's not going to work. Sorry? For the base, yes. It's got a 2-pin adapter. I just need to find where this one is. This one. Oh, sorry?
So the customer has to take power wherever they're going to put this base.
Yeah, wherever the base is going to be installed, that is where you will be installing the power. The customer won't run a power cord for you unless the customer is very kind. He'll say, no, it's fine. He'll get his electrician to put a power plug there for you.
Four bases, why can't you just use a normal base?
You remember, if you have 4 of these solutions, you're not going to have handover between them because it's a single cell solution,
Yeah.
one base. You can't add another base to this one where you have what your normal iServe installs.
Basically,
This
same product
is-
as the N5.
Sorry?
Basically, the same product as the N5 gigaset.
Yeah, I don't know the gigaset, so I can't comment on that.
You see the other base works with PoE?
Did you do the last one now? It's just saying registering. Click on handsets. Oh, sorry, extensions.